What's up, guys? Welcome to another episode. It's gonna be a vlogging episode today. So I've got a couple things that I want to do. First thing is still testing this guy, the RF 800. So we're out here birding. It's like 7 o'clock in the morning, and there's a flicker. There's another flicker. Did you hear that? Yeah, that's a flicker. They're not really the most interesting birds in the world, but I will shoot it in the face if it comes to me. So the plan is, there's some ponds over here, and I'm gonna test out the 800, the RF 800 on my R5. But that, I'm doing a review separately for the 800, so I will get that done. And I've got it I'm gonna be comparing it to the Tamron 150 to 600 G2. I know a lot of you guys have been asking for it to be compared to something a little more similar, at least in the price range. So that's gonna be part of it. But today's just gonna be a vlog, and today's gonna be all about me testing the vlogging capabilities of the R6, which is what I'm using right now. And I've got an adapted, the EF 16 to 35 on there. So I'll be testing that combo. I can already tell you that my little chicken arms, even though the R6 is light, it's much lighter than, you know, my 5D4 or, good God, that's bright. Wow. There, holy cow. It's much lighter than my 5D4 or my 1DX2 was when I used to vlog on those. So I'm definitely digging that. I'm gonna try this out, see how it does. Let's go hit up some duck ponds, find some birdies, and get some B-roll with this. So all the B-roll will be shot with the R6. Actually, I lied. I'll probably shoot B-roll with this because we're birding, so we'll be getting that. All right, here we go. Made it to blind number 1. There's no ducks here. All right, so we've made it to hide number 1, and there's no birds. I just checked eBird, and yesterday there was a crap ton of ducks here, but there's 3 ponds in this series, so we're gonna keep looking. There is a turtle though. So we found 1 grebe and a balloon. Can you see that? You can't, huh? Oh, I put it in auto ISO. Look, there it is, right there. There's a balloon. So we came up here, I came up here for Balloon Fiesta, which, as we all know, was canceled from the pandemic and everything. And I have my workshop, which I lead every year, and the 2021 Balloon Fiesta, quick plug by the way, is up and ready to roll. And there are a few spots left. It's already been selling out though. So if you guys are interested in shooting Albuquerque Balloon Fiesta with me next year, 2021, links in the description below. You can check that out. But anyway, the mayor decided to let balloon pilots fly in COVID safe precautions and measures and all of that stuff anyways. So there's no spectators, but they are allowed to launch from a lot of the parks and stuff around Albuquerque. And I think that's really cool and it's enabling us to see balloons and still get balloon shots. There's a few more over there. Looks really cool over the reflections and stuff. All right, let's go back to hunting groups. All right, so changed locations. We're at the Rio Grande Nature Center now in Albuquerque, and doing a little more deciduous stuff. Wanted to test out the 800 in the crappy conditions, the shade under the forest, you know, the trees and all that stuff. And I've been really impressed with the autofocus. I've even been impressed with, I mean, it's another completely cloudless day in New Mexico as per usual. So we have lots of light, so the f11 isn't really bothering me. Even doing some action shots of the some of the flying birds and the kingfisher sitting there and stuff, I was able to, well, when the kingfisher was sitting down, I was able to lower my shutter speed to like 320. I got my ISO, sorry, I'm looking at a nuthatch just flew over me. Got my ISO down under 1,000, which is great. So I'm really digging the 800 lens. I'm not having a problem with it. Well, so far I'm pretty impressed with like the autofocus on the R6. Despite some people's other experiences, I haven't had too much of a problem. Good God, that is bright. I haven't had really any issues with it focusing on me. With the mask on, it's been a little bit trickier, but gotta do what you gotta do out here. I've also been pretty happy with the dynamic range so far and the quality. I'm shooting on 4K, the regular 4K IPB, 24 frames a second, and I've been really happy mixing it with my R5 footage, and the dynamic range has been doing pretty well. So I do love having the 1080 120 on the R6, even though I haven't used it as much. I did some of this stuff that I've been filming in slow motion. I've been filming at the 4K 60, so I've been filming everything in 4K right now, so we're just gonna kind of see how that looks. But I think it's gonna look pretty good. Bird right there. I'm not sure if it's a black-chinned or a rufous or what. Some of the females and the immatures are really hard to tell, but it is super bright outside, and it's probably like what, 10 or so now? I don't know, it's late. We've been out here for a few hours. It's 10:40 almost, so I think I'm gonna wrap it up here. I think it was a pretty decent day. I think the kingfisher made it worth it for me. I haven't gotten a good shot of a kingfisher in quite a while. I've gotten shots of them, but not a really good shot. And this 800, I'm very happy with the reach of this thing. And like I said, out here in New Mexico, daylight, I'm not having a problem, even if I want to crank my shutter speed. And the R5 that it's on, you know, being ridiculously good for high ISO. All those factors, I haven't had any problems, and I've been really happy. But I will definitely do some more actual review on this lens because it's not all great for sure. There's some things I want to talk about, but that'll be for another video. So I'm also really happy vlogging with the R6. That's kind of what I got it for. I have the RP to vlog with too, but the R6 is a better quality, so I'm really happy with vlogging with it. And all the B-roll of the birds that you saw in this video was the 800 on the R5 handheld. So everything I've been doing today has been handheld. Been really happy with the image stabilization. I don't think there's too much wobbles with the 16 on here. I do have the latest firmware update on the R6, so there's that. I think that helps. Alright, I'm going to wrap it up. I got one more spot to check. I was hoping for some sandhill cranes, but they're flying over, but they're just not stopping right now. Another month or two, and they'll be all here, and we'll have some more crane vlogging videos for sure. Alright, so I'm going to wrap it up here. If you guys have any questions about the R6 that you want to know, I'll probably be making some more videos on it for sure. If you have any questions about this stuff, the R5, wildlife, the 800, let me know in the comments below, because like I said, I am putting those videos together. I'll be doing a wildlife review for the R6 and the R5, and then I'll be doing a separate review for this 800. So lots of stuff coming up. If you guys have questions, leave them in the comments below. Hit that like button if you enjoyed this video. Oh, also, it is fall, and I have my fall preset packs. Do you hear that duck? That is ridiculous. I have my fall preset packs. They're down below. I really appreciate all you guys' support. If you're still here, thanks a lot. If you're still here and you haven't subscribed yet, you should definitely subscribe, because that, whoa, what is that? That's a big, oh, false alarm. It's a geese. Thought it might have been a egret or a heron or something exciting. It's a goose. All right, subscribe if you haven't already. I got new videos every week. Hit that like button if you enjoyed this video. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one.